let's talk about the DNA activation of dormant genes within yourself for the fullest potentiality of the best version of you while working with Lilith. Shall we? Nama is near. This is near. Abroad is clear. I summon 4 blood moons. Time to slip my wrist. Time to make a move through the blood moons. Blood moons. I summon 4 blood moons. Time to slip my wrist. Time to make a move through the blood moons. Alright, so that was like a lot to put in, but welcome, my fellow occultists out there. Yeah, this is deep. This is deep work. Well, me and my partner were working with Lilith. She revealed to me many things. You gotta, first, before we get into the DNA activation of your potential genos, let's just understand that every time you continue to work with a spirit, a deity, a god, you have a different relationship, more powerful, and you learn more. It's not, if you just only, like, the first time you work with Lilith, you're not going to get what you're going to get from her from 5 years of working with Lilith. Every single time you start working with the spirit again, where you left off, not only should you have advanced from working with the other spirits, your astral senses, your auto clairvoyance, your psychic abilities, the way you perceive the spirit will change and will be more adept. So this time around with Lilith, she's showing me how to activate your dormant genes within yourself. Now, how is this done? There's many ways of doing it. Through adversity, okay? It is proven scientifically that when your body goes through trauma or through adversity of struggles, you are pushed to use you're pushed, and your DNA that's been dormant will activate for survival mode, which will make you grow. And you will, that's why when you see people going through adversities, when they come on top of how powerful they are after, it's because they went within their DNA and somehow that gene of survival of whatever area that adversity is, was released and brought forth. So are you going to go through adversity? Most likely. I don't know what stage of adversity, how much adversity you're going to have to go through when doing this, but it most likely will happen. Also, Lilith showing me the way to absorb certain spirits to empower yourself. So it's been about a week and a half that I've been calling Lilith, and it's the last couple of days that she's coming full force. A couple nights ago, I had an astral experience where I was Lilith on this train, and I was summoning forth incubi, or it was incubi. It was more of a male energy, and they were holding me down, and they were sexually pleasing me, but I wasn't pleased with the sexual pleasure, and I devoured them. I literally opened up this black circle portal, and I grabbed the incubi, and I devoured them within myself. Then I proceeded to call on other spirits to do the same thing, and they were raising my kundalini, where like it's sexual energy being pressured from your anus area, the bottom, it feels pressured. That's them raising your kundalini, but it's also a sexual experience. I also wasn't very happy with that, and I devoured them too. And a part of the devouring of the spirits is the predatorial, the power that Lilith will bestow upon you. The next day, I was completely lethargic and drained. And if anybody knows, when you work with Lilith, she is a vampiric, and she will drain you only to fill you back up with her essence and her energy. So you are going to go through a lot of draining, but you're also going to have a lot of spiritual gifts brought to you. Now, after all this was happening, she was showing me DNA strands within myself glowing, and working with her sisters, Agrat Marat, Nama, and I'm gonna butcher this. It's Eish Inist Zinarim. I don't know how to pronounce it right, but I just say it the best way I can and ask the spirit to like help me pronounce it properly. But I chant all 4 of them. They all represent 4 blood moons. Those 4 blood moons will come within you. You will activate a DNA with your dormant DNA for your full potentiality. You must state that's what you want. You must be very clear of what you want so she can rise up and find certain DNA genos that you're looking to be tapped into to rise. Now, this is gonna be hard work. But yeah, that's what's up. Because where I am in my path and in my life is I want to let's go full potential. I want it risen. I'm ready to come against anything and adversity. I'm welcoming right now, whatever means it is. So that's what's happening right now with Lilith and the blood moons. Now, as I said in my previous videos, the portals of the blood moons, the significance of the blood moons is basically like Lilith's vagina. That's the blood moon. It's her gateway in and gateway out into this realm. The sisters have a huge role in the DNA activation. They are together, all 4 of them are very powerful forces. Lilith is the Satanist, feminine of this realm. She is the female Satan of Earth. She has a lot of influence here, a lot. So my suggestion is to get a blood moon, paint a blood moon, and start to activate your chakras with blood moons, images. Start calling forth Lilith and her sisters every single night before you go to bed. Chant their names. That is the best way to actually receive connection with them, I find. It takes some time for them to answer, even though they're aware of what's happening, but they want to see that you're more persistent. Now, it's so weird when you think of like the dormant DNA within us that is passed down through generations through our bloodline. Think about the millions of years of our DNA suit that holds so much dormant DNA that we do not have to use because of where we are in this day and age. But if we are persuaded enough and pushed through adversity, our body will activate that dormant DNA within you. Depending on what you want, you have to sit down with Lilith and the sisters and explain to them, this is what I want to be activated, and see if that can happen. By whatever adversity will come your way, you must go through it. If you fucking fail it, you're not going to activate a shit. You're just going to fucking probably, I don't know. It's not going to be good. But that's humanity. It's through our adversities and through our struggles that make us more wiser, powerful, more of kings and queens, more unstoppable. Is through these hard times in our life. Welcome it. Understand that this is part of your physical, mental, spiritual growth that you can take to your next life. Perhaps. I guess it all depends. It's very complex, but yeah. You know, I want to talk about quickly about giving blood to spirits and the life force exchange. Why it's debatable. Some people say, well, if they were truly gods, why do they need our blood? Why do they need the sacrifice? And I was thinking about that because I saw a fellow occultist talk about this, that true gods don't need our bloods, that it's just the parasite spirits that need to feed off of our blood and latch on, and I was thinking about that. And then I thought about, well, you know what? That's true, but it's not true. And I'll tell you why. Because even gods need life force. Even gods need energy. They need to obtain, everything needs to have some type of form of energy. And if in our realm, we want to bring down and create the gods more potent here, then giving our DNA life force is actually going to create more of a stability portal for them to come down. The people, I don't know, they're on different realms, right? So they're not as, the more people, like, it's like, look at Yahweh, look at the cult of Yahweh and Jehovah and all that stuff. So many people worship and give offerings and take the sacrament of Jesus, even though it's wine, but it's the amount of humans who put in their energy. That's why that deity is has so much influence here. It's because of humans giving it power. Okay, if every human on the earth worship Pazuzu, what do you think is going to happen? Pazuzu's going to have more influence here. So us giving life force and giving them our blood is bringing them here so they have more of an influence on our realm. Like, it's not bringing, like, I think when people say stuff like that, it's the other gods influencing their brain, telling them not to give blood, because why would gods need the blood? To stop people doing that, so that spirit will actually have more influence over the other spirits. Like, you know? Yeah, I enjoy giving life force, and it's the exchange of energy, and I just like it. I've never felt powerless after giving my blood. Not at all. I've never felt spiritually attacked or being fed off. However, I have seen, when I'm working with Azazel, those praying mantis entities controlling humans without them giving blood through energy cords and energy links through their brain. So keep in mind, people, keep in mind that everything is not proven 100% facts in spirituality. A lot has to do with our perspective and our belief, just our belief. Everything is subjective to the operator. Unless 10 people in a room had the same experience, then boom, you have a real factual experience with 10 people that can confirm what happened in the events, okay? But other than that, we're going off of our own spiritual belief systems. So that's all I have to say for now.